current value of the hit pin is invalid. Shouldn't it be invalid? All I did was remove the button. Okay, there we go. There. Now we don't have to deal with most of this stuff. Okay. Okay, there we go. One last thing to remove on the first person character would be the released. Look, screw you and everything that you stand for. I'll put you on T. No one uses T. T is an irresponsible child. There. Now you can stop frickin' doing everything that you were doing that I don't want you to do. Oh, and we're crashing, I believe, guys. First one of the night. We're doing good. It only took an hour. Damn it. Oh, nope. I think we survived. I think. Holy shit, it did not crash. We're good. Okay, let's get back to this fucking thing. Now, as you can see, the text was changing, but we have nothing that we're actually saying. So, we're going to go ahead and input some questions. Let's see. You, George Bush, and why the hell am I talking to you? Or to a bush? Yeah, let's go with that. And then we're going to change it to, let's see if we press 1, are you here? Why did you crash the economy? Why not? Yeah, topical. Why not? We're gonna do it. Feel bad for him. Don't really. The guy makes like $250K a year. He doesn't even have to do anything. Okay, and jerk. Let's see. You enjoying the sun? What am I doing with my life? And let's go with nuclear. Got that nuclear power. And the last one, let's go with hell, I don't even know. I must be drunk. Doing here. And stop being a bush. Okay. So now I don't have the additional ones set up to actually go back to the questions as I would want them, but you'll be able to see that it does change. It takes a little bit more setup, and I want to get to y'all's questions. Alright, so as you can see, it actually does populate with the things that we put in for the questions, so that you've got your answers. He's got his thing here. You can be like, hello, you're George Bush. Of course I'm George Bush. Why did you crash the economy? Are you George Bush? Terrible question for George Bush to ask. Why the hell am I talking to you? It doesn't matter which ones you press, depending on how you set it up, you can actually bounce between questions. And you can set this up to where if you're in question 1 and you've got 20 questions, your first answer goes to 14 and your second answer goes to 3, and your last answer cuts it off or something, like whatever. And then you can do I'm out of here, and it completely shuts it down until you come back, start the questions up again. So that's kind of how the NPC dialogue system works. This is a really the tutorial I did on the wiki, which I linked in chat earlier, is a little bit more intensive and kind of goes through each and every step. This is just the general idea of how you set it up. So hopefully, if you guys want to use that, you can. I highly recommend using CSV tables as opposed to the array that I set up. That was it was multiple tests to see if you can do an array within an array, and see how to set that up properly, how to set up the selector for that, doing this without CSV tables. It was a multitude of tests to see what you can do. And I set this up September last year, so I could probably come up with a better way of doing it, and I intended to with the dice rolling system to add other stuff. Akira Passion is asking about CSV tables. Okay, CSV tables are kind of like Excel sheets where you can import data tables and stuff like that. So let's say you had a level up system and you got different stats. You could actually put that in an Excel sheet and then import it into the editor and use structures to go about getting that information and using it in blueprints. It's really, really useful for data-driven blueprints. I love data tables. They make things so much easier. This was made before I knew how to use data tables. Okay, so I have taken up 15 minutes extra than I intended to. I actually don't know anything about SQL, so I couldn't answer that question. But let's see. We did have a question earlier. I believe it was covered in the chat, but the question was, I cannot get multiple materials working from 3ds Max to UE4. It works from Unity, but not UE4. You have to set it up in a specific way. Let's see. Yeah, actually, Hobson, who's in the chat right now, he's one of our rendering guys, and he's really, really good. The fire wouldn't work? What do you mean the fire wouldn't work? Let me scroll back through chat for a minute and see if I can understand what you were saying. Oh, you guys want me to set the bush on fire? Okay, I'll set the bush on fire for you guys. Let's see. Where particle system, fire. Let's rotate that just a little bit. Compile. There. We now have a burning bush named George. A burning George bush. That is what is happening right now. It's right there. Stop talking to me, jerk. There we go. That is your burning bush. That is for you. Hobson, you know I can't make better fire. I'm not good with materials and particle systems. Oh, please. Okay, so little fun fact. I was born outside of the country. I was born in Scotland, so I figured I'm probably already on NSA's watch list just because I'm a foreigner. Even though I am technically an American citizen, I got a dual citizenship birth certificate. I'm pretty sure that the NSA are watching me, so I just do ridiculous shit so that if they are watching me, they're going to have some entertaining stuff to find out and see. And I'll continue to mess with them until either I potentially get detained and arrested or they stop listening. So much fun. Okay. So let's see. Are there any other questions that I can answer currently, or let's see. To answer Hobson's question, no, I am not a baron. I am not. I do not have a barony or any titles or lands or, peasants that work under me. I'm sorry. It's true. I wish it was different, but I freedom. Just like Mel Gibson did. Okay. How do save games and loading saves work? Ooh. That is a very, very good question, and not one that I have actually messed with before. Let's see here. So we're going to go into our level blueprint. Save game to slot, create save game object. Okay, so yeah, it seems like it's pretty much just a class that you mess with in here. Save the contents of a save game object to a slot. Okay, so let's play around. See what we find. Okay, so Orgashund. I will get to this in just a minute after I work on this save game thing. Alright, I'm gonna follow Zuriel's instructions here as he types them. Let's see. He said make a huge struct. We're gonna call this save game. Put it in a save game class. Let's see. So what's gonna if you could, Zuriel, what kind of variables do you use inside of the structure? Let's go and make the save game class while we're doing this. That way we're not taking up too... I don't want an actor blueprint. Go away, actor blueprint. I want a save game blueprint. This class acts as the base class for a save game object that can be used to save the state about the game. When you create your own save game subclass, you will add member variables for the information that you want to save. Oh, okay, so it's pretty much let's see. Then, when you want to save a game, create an instance of this object using create save game object, fill in the data, and use save game to slot. Let's see. Providing a slot name. Okay, so we're going to create a save game object. Save game underscore stuff. And let's see. What kind of stuff do we get in here? Okay. Well, let's see. In the struct, we're just gonna save the player. How about that? We're just gonna save first person character. Unfortunately, I am too tired to do voices right now. It's been a long day. And let's see, add a custom event. Save struct. Let's do struct. See, I've never messed with the save game stuff before. All the mini stuff that I've done has been like platformers and stuff like that, where you would typically start the level over instead of actually saving. Let's see. Let me go back and reread through that. Save. Let's see. Create an instance of this object.